Today I present the physical significance of wave function. We know already the wave function psi. Its equation is psi equal to a exponential minus I by h cross et minus px. This is the value of wave function. It represents when the particle move along the positive x direction. Then we know psi is the function of space coordinate and time coordinate. According to scientist Max Born, in 1926, it used the value of probability of finding particle in term of wave function. According to scientist Max Born, the value of probability of finding particle is psi star. Psi star is equal to mod of psi square. The value of probability of finding particle in the space coordinate and the time coordinate. X, Y, Z are the space coordinate and T the time coordinate. Suppose here take the psi equal to x plus iy. Y is the imaginary and x is the real. Therefore, this is the complex quantity. This is called the complex quantity. When we multiply it and we know psi star is complex conjugate of psi. The value of psi we know x plus iy. The value of psi star obtained by replacing plus I by minus I, that is we get psi star is equal to x minus iy. Then we multiplied psi into psi star, here x plus iy, x minus iy. We know in mathematics a plus b and into a minus b is nothing but a square minus b square. Using same formula we get x square minus I square y square. We know I is imaginary, its value is minus 1, root of minus 1. Therefore, I square is nothing but the minus 1. We get this value is x square plus y square, that is psi star is equal to x square plus y square. That means the value of probability of finding particle is real number. It is always positive. Okay. Then according to the Max Born, the value of probability of finding particle in the small volume dV is nothing but dx dy dz. Therefore, the integration of probability of finding particle for small volume dV or all space, that is minus infinity to plus infinity, is 1. If 1, then the uncertainty is present. If the value of this integration is 0, then the uncertainty is absent. Then the next topic is the condition of well-behaved wave function. Then here the condition of well-behaved wave function. Here we know the psi is the function of space coordinate and time coordinate. Then the first condition, the wave function psi satisfied. The first condition is psi must be finite. The value of wave function psi is finite. That means the integration over all space is finite. That means the values of this integration is not equal to 0 or infinite. This is the first condition. Then the second is psi must be single valued. Psi must be single valued. The first condition is psi must be finite. Second condition is psi must be single valued. That means we take the any combination of x, y, z, then the value of psi is single, is gives the only one value. Then the third condition is the psi, that is the wave function psi, and its partial derivatives. Its partial derivatives. Partial derivatives means del square psi by del x square, del square root psi by del y square, and del square psi by del z square are continuous. Psi and its partial derivatives, that is del square by del x square, del square by del square psi by del y square, and del square psi by del z square are continuous except in the region of where we know potential energy V is infinity. That means the value of psi and its partial derivatives, del square psi by del x square, del square psi by del y square, del square psi by del z square are the continuous except in the region where the potential energy is infinity. That means what are the condition of well-behaved wave function? The psi must be finite, then it must be single valued, and psi and its partial derivatives are continuous except the region where the potential energy is infinity. And today stop here.